Hi everyone, you have found what to play next. We're bringing everything that is awesome in gaming. We saw this online and had to have it. We have to show this to you. Back in the day, before we had computers, I'm dating myself. We used to do this on Tabletop a lot. So you would get together every week, pick a day, like Wednesdays or whatever, and you would just do it up. You would do the best that you could. To create a story that would keep on going for literally years. And that's how you would keep your group of friends together when you were kind of introverts, you didn't really want to go anywhere and stuff like that. So this is incredible because it does that layout for you in 3 dimensions. So if you have that traditional, some people, and you see the pictures online, they have a great, like, that you can look down on and it's a model and there's the connecting pieces and so on. This one is a little bit more involved, so it'll let you, when you're done exploring the camera controls and drawing rooms, click on the object icon at the left of the toolbar to... Hold on. There we go. Can I conjoin these? Do they automatically conjoin? Okay. So what this does is it randomizes objects for you, which every dungeon master will tell you is a godsend. We'll do festive, mansion. You can put a mansion in. We'll start small. I think scrolling is just dragging. It is not. Hold on. There we go. Right click and drag. So start out with a great hall. Put in maybe a hallway. And you can really just kind of wing it out here. So we'll put a kitchen off of that. Kitchen makes more sense off of the great hall, so they're going to have 2 of those. And it randomizes your objects. Have a loo here to the side. We'll do a living room. I was blown away by the depth of detail in this. So if you did want to go in and really just have something to explore with your, companions there, this is an incredible way to do that. Now, there's a list of the objects. So we have tiny things we can put in there. I adore it. I adore the crap out of it. So, I don't really have anything I can put a bridge in. Here we go. So let me get over here. So we've got our little community here. We can put in a grandstand. Hold on. How do I rotate you? Manipulating objects. That rotates them. Okay. So let me get a good camera angle here. I prefer to view things from a what I refer to as an acute angle camera. It is not a security camera angle. It lets me actually get perspective in there. So that's incredibly important to me. Obviously, opinions differ. We can do some benches. So just put that on the side there. And as you, clear on through here, you're going to wind up with a ton of ideas for an adventure, So like we'll throw in a money pet. We'll do a traditional pet. Okay, so see how that would have been different. Instead, there's a snap-on to grid, so that's going to be a sewer. So it suggests different things, even though it has, very similar purpose. Let's see, parchment. We'll put that here. We'll have that be parchment paper, since we're doing we're focusing on the versatility. We obviously need an ink jar here. You're not going to let me do it. That ink jar can go on the floor. Somebody forgot it there. So... you can paint things like in Populous. And manipulating your environment in this way is going to give you a completely different take on whatever story it was you were planning on building. So now I have options for windows. Okay, so I want this to look like this instead. And as I'm doing that, the personality of the characters who lived here before are coming out. So I'm building a place and building my quests along with it by fleshing out the people who would live here. So it's kind of Sims, I guess. That's pretty much how they do that, near as I can tell anyways. We'll do a paquet floor. How do you say that? Paquet or paquet floor? I never know how to Frenchify things, like when to do that. So, let's see here. We've got different decorations for different seasons. We've got games that we can put in here. You can scroll down. We have a Ouija board. Obviously, we have to have this. This is not a want, this is a need. In with, you know, where the priest might go, there is obviously a Ouija board. There couldn't be anything else. Different sort of lighting. Put a candle. This goes on the walls. And if you're anything like me, every time you select something like this, you're giving it a reason for being there. I noticed that a lot of DMs do that backwards with things like monsters. The really good ones anyways. So that's pretty awesome. But when you're slapping something like ivy on a building, it just kind of suggests, you know, anybody with a mom says, you know, or who had a mom, says, hey, you know, like this goes with fairies. So we have little fairies that occasionally visit here. Or I feel like Bob Ross about it. You know, if I put something into enough disrepair, all of a sudden my story has a completely different tenor. So these would obviously go over here, as we can't function in this area. So there's something going on, you know, just where normal amount of disrepair happened, but it looks so ominous. I have a toy doll laying around. It's gotta be some children somewhere, right? Could change our lighting. So as you develop a campaign that's going to last, you know, just literal seasons, you can use the different artistic aspects to flesh that out, you know? So we have an iron lattice we're going to put up. Let's see. Ooh, that's the whole wall? This is a prison. Hold on. That's where they do their research. Let me see how I can make that happen for them. It's like I like arrowed myself out here where you can't have that. But I, not to be deterred, am going to make this happen. Ooh, gourds I can do like stock. There. Hold on, can I put that on there? That only goes on walls. Okay, so I'm heading... So now this has to be undead, because weather conditions can't matter. So, how do I expand out my terrain here? Hold on. We can paintbrush in some different terrain here, if we want. What is this? It looks like water. So let's get a nice lake in here. Kind of expand that over. I don't like that so much, so we'll give it sort of a rocky appearance, and that way it makes sense. Leave full screen report bug. How to draw a room. Click and drag on the map. Drag over additional tiles to make the shape you want. Okay, so let's go over here and expand out a little bit. I don't know how much I can. There we go. So we're going to drop a room here. We'll do a crypt. And then I only want the crypt to be... Hold on. It just showed me how to do this. I only want the crypt to be here. It moves me around. Well, lets me do that. View. Leave full screen. Undo. Redo. How to draw a room. Let's draw a room. Click and drag on the map to select tiles. Drag over additional tiles to make any shape you want. Okay, so we're going to click and select. Drag over any additional... Okay, so go ahead and add here, but not there. So that's how you do that. So the expansion is outward. Obviously, if you're building some sort of a story around this, that's important. So we've got one entrance. They're pretty specific. One entrance and no exits, friend. I can't stand the security camera angle. It's a thing. So this, I wanted to put it in here because it's just an invaluable tool set. It's like nothing bucks on Steam. This is a standard map, so we can do a new map and change the, they do start you out in centimeters. They can change to a digital grid. This one was limited to the size of one sheet of paper. So it's for the basics, and then you can, you know, create a bunch of them and link them together, and that way you can play it on tabletop. This is much more exploratory. I don't know how this would transfer into, you know, whatchamacallem, RPG life. You know, if as a, God, that looks, you know, beautiful, just Elden Ring style or quality graphics here. It, you know, for nothing bucks. is just
technically challenged. Or
so
just bored when creating your game
I popped
maps.
over to the Steam page.
Yeah,
I tried to
we
keep
know
this
the
to around
feeling.
10 minutes.
That's why we created Dungeon Alchemist, an AI-powered map-making
Making an
application
actual
that allows you to
dungeon,
make
great for
awesome-looking
this,
maps with
because you'll
just
do it
a few
module by
clicks.
module.
Here's how it works. Start by selecting one of our map sizes that works for you. Next, choose a theme for your map. Start off with an old-school crypt, a bustling tavern, or many
Yeah, you can do
others.
just one building if
And
that's
off
what
you
you're
go.
exploring,
Just start drawing
and you need
rooms
those
and
sort of
Dungeon Alchemist will
visuals.
fill in your walls, floors, objects, lights,
So it's an
and so
attachment.
on.
It's like
Pretty
featuring
neat,
DLC,
right?
but I
Each
loved
new
it so
room
much
is
I wanted to
generated
do
on
it.
the fly to match
It
your
reminded me
theme
of
and
Baldur's
looks
Gate
completely unique.
and what that did
Dungeon
for gaming,
Alchemist does all the grunt work for you, so you can focus on
where it just
creating.
gave you this level of involvement that it really changed the
Once you're
face of
happy with the
D&D.
rooms you've designed,
Role
the
playing in
fun
general,
really starts.
PC
Each room can
gaming,
be
it had a lot
selected,
going for
and
it.
you can update its theme and function to whatever you'd like it to be.
Oh, I didn't do
Or
that
swap
one
out the theme completely.
where I updated
You
a
want a
function.
dungeon made entirely out of latrines? We'll make it happen. Dungeon Alchemist randomizes each room as often as you want, so you get to pick whichever works best for you. Just tell your players you made it
So
all
just
by
different,
yourself and take the credit.
different features
We
if you're in a
don't mind.
hurry. Sometimes you just don't have time,
All
and this
themes in
will
Dungeon
prompt
Alchemist
the
can be freely
story.
mixed and blended together, so
Just
there
by giving
really
you a
is
setting.
no limit to the maps you can create. Draw the great outdoors and put in a little tavern. Ever wanted to put a kitchen in your abandoned crypt? Now you can.
If you use a
Once you really
digital
get down to the
monitor, for
nitty-gritty,
instance, or if you
almost
have one,
everything
you
in
can
Dungeon
actually put this
Alchemist
onto
can be
there so that
adjusted.
they can
Pick
see
up
more
any
than
object
just
and
their
move it to wherever you want. They can be rotated as well if you really want to get
graph
into
paper,
interior decorating.
the traditional graph
Reorganize
paper
your
style.
rooms until they're
Once they
exactly
finish
right.
exploring, you can put that
Don't
up
like
so
an
that they can
object? Delete
zoom
it
around and
never
actually
worry
see
about
their
it again.
surroundings.
More space to breathe. Every single thing in Dungeon Alchemist can be scaled up or down, just in case any gnomes or giants are planning a visit to your newly designed tavern. Oh, look at that cute little
I didn't
bed.
notice that you could scale up or down the furniture on the toolbar,
All
but it
maps
must
in
be
Dungeon
on there.
Alchemist are created in glorious 3D,
And then, you know, as
so
you
it's
go,
up to
you can
to
certainly do
choose a
that. You can
top-down or
interact
fully
then with
three-dimensional
their
view of your
surroundings
map.
with
Or
them in
even just a simple
Essentia.
orthographic
So
one.
you have two different perspectives, one with them and their
Dungeon
figurines
Alchemist
on the
makes
graph
it
paper, and then
incredibly
another where
easy to
they're
print your
absent.
maps in
And that's
high
where the story
quality
goes.
for home use, or import your
Whereas
maps
the story that they're
directly into
building
your favorite
unfolds on the
virtual
table
tabletop
inside of your
environment.
home.
All elements such as walls,
Or game room,
doors, and
if it's
lighting are
separate.
imported as well, so you no longer need to worry about any of that.
So there's a
Lines of
progression
sight work
interior
right
to it that you
away.
can use.
It's just that easy.
And you can narrate.
Come along with
But they
us
have
into
to
a
stay in
new
control of
era
their characters to
mapmaking,
get
and
that.
let Dungeon
So
Alchemist
it's a
inspire
definite,
you
it's an awesome
on
add-on
every
where it gives you that
single
sort of
level.
compartmentalized everything
Please
but the
fetch today
calendar.
and help us
And
upgrade
then
your
it shows
role-playing
you that.
experience to
So
the
you
next
as the
level.
dungeon master would probably, experiment with that a little bit more, unless you did a long stay over, at which point it's just the world's tiniest cutscene is swinging to autumn or swinging them around to spring. As the sun sets, as it comes up, once they've explored enough of it, you can scroll your screen over and show that. So if you were wanting to bring a little bit more technology into that, if you just have that sort of money, I mean, a 13, what are they? A small size TV, like the size of a computer monitor is sometimes like $60 on sale, Black Friday. So I just thought this would be the coolest add-on, and I wanted to feature it on the channel.
Death or undeath your players may experience from their character's use of this product.
Coolest thing, it's nothing bucks on Steam. I loved it. I loved everything about it. If you haven't seen it before, I'm so happy to be bringing this to you. We love you guys. Link in the description below. Also down there, all of our social links. So Gamer Grind, for instance, ships Gamer Coffee to your door, or you can get the pirate logo if you want to support the Pirate Queen and our channel, What to Play Next. We love you guys. We love the Eras Along for a Ride. We would love if you sported our merch. We worked hard on that. If you have your own logo, they will put that on there as well. They're a great company that we co-opted with. Coffee, KOFI, buy this chick at Coffee $1. Liking, subscribing, commenting, that is always free. If you do want to hit the bell, that will let you see something new like this. 5-6 times a week. This one was, like I said, sort of a DLC. We usually feature anything that is different in gaming, anything that progresses the genre, to kind of let you know what's happening in the computer, as well as awesome games that we've found that are something a little bit different for a weekend, or if it's an addiction. We kind of go from literally one end of the scale straight over to the other, because what we want is something different. So we love you guys. We love that you're always down for the ride. Stay safe, game on. We'll see you in the next video.